Along with Ron Grubbs, Ron site engineer, Chauncey Williamson, our producer engineer back in our WXDX studios, Joe Abramson, our spotter, Matt Derry, along with Michael Sandstrom. 13:36 left. Fury 35, Grand Rapids Rampage 29. First and 10 for Grand Rapids at the 15 of Detroit. They hand to the fullback, and running into the end zone for the touchdown is Chris Avery with ease to the right side, and it's a tie ball game.
Had a huge hole there on the right side of the line, and he just barreled on through. Nobody even touched him in the secondary, man. He just kind of rolled right out of the end zone untouched.
So another touchdown for Chris Avery. This kid has been a thorn in the side today. Four carries now, 40 yards. He's also had a couple of catches on the screen passes, 2 for 21. He scores to tie this game, and now the point after try by Scaldaferri, the new kicker. It's up, but he missed it. Wide left. Wow. The kicking problems continue for Grand Rapids. You mentioned they picked up Mike Black 2 weeks ago. He's injured. And now this kid comes in and bricks one. And we remain tied at 35 with 12:58 left to go. We'll take another break and come right back. The finish is next. You're listening to Detroit Fury football. Chris Avery with a touchdown run, second of the season. We're tied at 35. The Fury and the Grand Rapids Rampage with 12:54 left to go. Scaldaferri will kick off right to left. The Fury will get the ball back, needing to get some kind of continuity going offensively. Ball on the right side, Scaldaferri, high boot, short. Carpenter back at the end zone will make the catch. Here comes Carpenter to the far side, 5, with a lane 10. Brought down, though, right at the 10-yard line. Looks like there are holes, yet Grand Rapids a good tackling team. Ricky Simpkins on the stop. And Detroit will start at their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, the holes that there were closed up real quick, and he kind of ran into a wall at the 12-yard line, Matt.
7-11, the official tailgate headquarters for real sports fans, teaming up with Monster Energy Drink and Frito-Lay to send you to a Fury home game. Stop by any participating 7-Eleven store, visit the Monster Energy Drink or Frito-Lay display for details how you can receive free Fury game tickets. Be sure to visit a 7-Eleven store before and after every game this season. So here we go, first and 10 at the 11 for Detroit. Kelly back with some time, firing deep, over the middle. The man fell down. Pass is incomplete. Looking for Jeff Russell. He had a step on the defender, Mark Ricks, and he just stumbled down to the turf. That kind of night for Detroit.
Yeah, he made a beautiful cut, and he just kind of tripped over his own feet there at about the 15-yard line. Andy Kelly had a beautiful pass down in the corner of the end zone. The unfortunate thing is that he wasn't there to catch it.
That was a touchdown.
It was a touchdown.
If Russell doesn't trip over the 10-yard line, it's 6. He had Ricks turned around. They've been picking on Mark Ricks all night.
The Fury cannot afford to not punch it in the end zone here, Matt, on this drive.
Russell goes left, Davis to the right, the motion man Hill. Chance behind Kelly on 2nd and 10. Andy over the middle, fires, caught by Hill. Right in front of the ADT sign, down at the 17-yard line. He had fumbled the football, but the official saying he was down first. Ricks make the stop, and now I think they're going to say incomplete pass, and he never had possession of it.
I don't know about that call. Tom Luganville's pretty upset about it as well, too. He's arguing with the referee. Looked like he had a couple steps, and then it might have came out after his back was already down on the ground.
So 3rd down and 10 now for Detroit.
It's a big play. They're down. They're pretty deep in their own territory here. It's going to be a long field goal for Hill. So I'm sorry, for Mark Lewis. So they got to try to get a first down here.
So incomplete, 3rd and 10 at their own 12. 10:40 left. Russell in motion right. Kelly back. And unabated to the quarterback comes the defensive lineman Rod Manuel. That'll be an offsides.
I think we'll take that 5 yards very gladly.
Both sides pointing to one another. Grand Rapids thinks they were drawn off.
Unabated to the quarterback. Defense.
Penalty on Grand Rapids. That is number 10 on the Rampage. A free 5 for Andy Kelly and the Fury. Again, the next home game, May the 2nd against Chicago. They play February, March, April, May, and the Fury can get to the playoffs June as well. A new way the schedule has worked with NBC. 3rd and 5 at their own 17. Kelly has the snap, throws right. First down, Russell at the 25. Now to the 20 down the sidelines. Still on his feet. Russell dragged down to the 10. He never left the inbounds area.
Yeah, he didn't trip over his own feet that time, and he actually carried the Grand Rapids defender there, Jeremy Dutcher, about an extra 10 yards, and he's got the Fury now finally in some great position here to punch it into the end zone. First and goal.
First and goal at the 10. A nice individual effort by Jeff Russell. With 9:45 left, the Fury in business, as Mike said, in this 35-35 tie. Grand Rapids 0-8 just 3 years ago. They were the Arena Ball champs. Kelly back, looking left, throwing left, has his man Davis at the 5. Stutter step move to the 3, and knocked out of bounds by Ricks right there. Douglas also on the stop. Those were the kind of moves that Davis was making in Chicago, and nobody could gather him in.
Yeah, it was a nice, quick, easy pattern over there to the left. Did a little bit of shake and bake, but Grand Rapids was not fooled like those Chicagoans.
Second and goal, far hash at the 3-yard line for Kelly and the Fury. Kelly has thrown 5 touchdowns tonight. Motion man is Russell. Sometimes they like to run here with Chance. He's behind Kelly. Kelly rolls right, gonna throw. Left, incomplete over the head of David Hill. On the coverage, Jason Waters. Nothing there on the near side. Will bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, that was good tight coverage on that play. He wasn't able to get separation. Got a hand on the pass a little bit, but it just kind of sailed a little bit out of his reach.
Andy Kelly, mentioned earlier, over 30,000 yards passing in his career. He's the all-time leader in pass attempts, pass completions, passing yards, and second, and now I should say back in first in touchdowns, as he and Aaron Garcia from New York go back and forth. Kelly with 592 career touchdown passes.
Yeah, he was just one behind Garcia tonight.
3rd and goal. Kelly looking, throwing over the middle. Batted down, incomplete. Blitzing was Sean Foreman. Kelly arguing that Foreman can't come in like that, but he won't get the call. It'll be 4th down now for Detroit. Question is, do you take the points here or not?
Looks like they're gonna try for the field goal. Mark Lewis is starting to come out on the field. This is probably a good decision. I don't think you want to come up empty-handed here. There's plenty of time still left in the game. A little bit, 7 minutes, 39 seconds. Rampage is still hanging around. Got to come away with some points here.
Tom Luganville very confident in his defense. Kelly and Davis both walking towards him like, hey, come on, let's go for it. They'll go for the PAT, for the field goal here. This is an 18-yard attempt. Middle of the field, good snap, good hold. The kick on the way, and it's good. And the Fury have the lead back at 38-35 with 7:18 left to go. We will take a timeout and come back from the Palace. On Detroit's Real Talk, WXDX. Fury have regained the lead with 7:15 left. 38-35, Detroit leading Grand Rapids after the field goal make by Mark Lewis from 18 yards out. And he will kick off. Left to right. Off the netting to Smith. Bobbles it, runs right to the 5. To the outside 10. And brought out of bounds at the 13-yard line by Anthony Hicks and Carl Bond. So Grand Rapids being outgained. Actually have outgained the Fury 236 to 222. Fury have owned the time of possession, yet Rampage with a score here, Michael, could take the lead or tie.
Unfortunately, yet again, these are pretty close games, and this is going to go down to the wire here.
Anthony Buich, 4 for 6, 50 yards, in for Michael Bishop. He breaks the huddle with a receiver to the right. That is Bush, 2 wides to the left. Smith and Dutcher. 1st and 10 at the 10. Buich back with time, firing deep. Has a man, he's got it. Touchdown, Josh Bush. What a throw. And Grand Rapids takes the lead again, 41-38. Buich all kinds of time, and Bush ran under that beautifully.
Yeah, he sure did. He's got quite a set of wheels. He had 2 steps on his man, and he just ran underneath that ball, hauled it in for the touchdown.
Wow, what a catch. John Williams was over there just a split second late. Tried to dive for it. Great concentration by Bush. His 2nd touchdown catch of the evening. And always an adventure with Scaldaferri, their new kicker for the PAT. This is a rather big one. Make it a 4-point game. Kick on the way is good. 5:44 left. Grand Rapids, looking for its first win of the entire year. On the road here, giving the Fury a heck of a fight, 42-38. Take a break and come back. You're listening to Detroit Fury football. Bill Lambier and the world champion Detroit Shock gearing up for another exciting season of WNBA hoops. A variety of season ticket plans now on sale. To order your tickets, call 248-377-0100 or log on to DetroitShock.com. Kids, the Fury Kids Club is back better than ever. Stop by participating Kroger locations, pick up a registration form, or check out DetroitFury.com to register today. Free tickets, great prizes, great Fury gifts, and much more. Don't miss out. Join today, all courtesy of our friends at Kroger and Kellogg's. Matt Derry and our contest winner tonight, Michael Sandstrom, who logged on to DetroitFury.com and sent in his audition tape and won, and is joining us as our guest color analyst for the second half. Seen a good one, 42-38 Grand Rapids by 4 over the Fury. Detroit will get the football. Here's the kickoff. High and deep and through the netting. And through the uprights. It'll be a touchback, and the Fury will get it back at the 5-yard line. So Scaldaferri all of a sudden, the kicker, making a little bit of noise for Grand Rapids. They played well tonight.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Couple good kicks there from Scaldaferri, and that's exactly what you want to do with a return man like Carpenter's, to put it right square down the middle, not give him an opportunity to try to run it back for a touchdown. As we've talked about before, he's due. He's due. He's had some great returns thus far, getting up to 15, 20-yard line. Just haven't been able to break free to go all the way.
Grand Rapids allowing 53 points per game, worst in the league. Fury have just 38 as a sneak screen to Davis on the near side from Kelly. Snuffed out right at the 5-yard line. Actually, they're going to say he's down at the 4, and he's going to lose a yard. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 11. Doggett and Jermaine Benoit on the stop.
Somewhat of a safe play there. Kind of conservative. Didn't really work out, though. He hoped Tabitha Davis would probably break it and use his strength and gain some additional yards there. Didn't quite work out.
Yeah, Davis has really had another short stuff tonight. 8 catches now for just 48 yards. Davis goes left, Bond to the right. Hill is the motion man to the left. Kelly barks out the signals. Is back in his own end zone. Going to go deep, over the middle. Has Davis. Can he run under it? Yes, he can. He'll run in for a touchdown.
Sure enough, I was thinking to myself, they were going a little bit too conservative, and then they go for the jugular there. Nice, long pass to Tabitha Davis. Fury's back on top, Matt.
Davis's 2nd touchdown grab of the night, 14th on the year. Nice throw by Andy Kelly. Boy, was he open. And it's 44-42. The Fury back up by 2.
Yeah, initially it looked like it was going to be a short route, and then all of a sudden Tabitha Davis broke it towards the outside there, and he just kind of ran underneath it and caught it for the touchdown.
And there was nobody within 10 yards of Tabitha Davis. Point after try for Lewis. And movement up front. Appears to go will be against Detroit, and on either Curtis Easton or Carl Bates, which will push the Fury back 5 yards.
They need this extra point here, Matt. They want to get up by 3.
58 offense, 5-yard penalty. We will now attempt the try.
It is on Bates. This will push it back, as I mentioned, for Mark Lewis. Have you ever seen Mark Lewis in person? I'm telling you, it's Jason Kidd. Same goatee, got the whole thing going.
Apparently he's been mistaken for Jason Kidd on the road several times.
It's amazing. Hopefully he can nail the 3-pointer here. Well, 1-pointer. Kick on the way is up, and it is good.
He did nail it.
So, with 3:31 left to go, Tom Luganville running over to the Fury bench from across the way, emphatic with his guys to get a stop. The Fury have a 3-point lead at 45-42. And I want to remind you that Shelby Soccer City on Auburn Road in Utica, proud to serve as the official practice facility of the Fury. Check out Shelby Soccer City today at shelbysoccer.com to see how they can serve your team and their needs. You got a 9 and a 7-year-old that play soccer?
No, actually, yeah. My son just started playing soccer. Went to his first and second practice this week. He's off for the Easter holiday, but he's looking forward to finally playing a first full season and some real games.
It'll be fun. Nothing like one thing you know about soccer indoors, it's the winter activity. I got a 3-year-old. I don't want him sitting in front of videos all day.
Unfortunately, that's what my son likes to do, videos and PlayStation.
There you go.
So, by the way, Chris and Amanda, if you're still up, it's almost 10 o'clock. You guys should be in bed by now.
That's right. There you go. All right, 3 and change left. 45-42 Detroit by 3. The Fury will kick off with Mark Lewis and a very dangerous return man in Steve Smith, who has returned 3 for scores this year, deep in his own end zone.
Yeah, he leads the league in return yardage, Matt, and he's a real small guy. He's only 5'9", 140-some pounds, or 180 pounds, but he has some very big wheels on him.
Lewis's kick high and into the stands. What a job by Mark Lewis, denying the return for Smith, and they'll place the football at the 5. You want to talk about a perfect kick? That was it.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't want to give him a chance to run it on back, and he just worked hard to get that score to finally to get back ahead, and you don't want to give it up so quick.
Well, now here's the opportunity for Grand Rapids. Let's see what Anthony Buich can do. He threw a nice ball to Josh Bush last possession for a score. Can this kid who's been benched, brought back, benched, brought back again, will he go back to his old ways here?
Grand Rapids needs a hero to step up if they want to get a win.
Buich back in his own end zone, looking right, throwing behind his receiver, incomplete. Trailing the play was Foreman, and that was thrown at his feet. Buich forced that one and rushed it.
That was not a real good pass there.
2:35 and counting. Go ahead, Mike.
Almost looked like that one kind of skipped along the turf there about 5 yards behind his receiver.
Buich 5 of 7, 90 yards and a touchdown. Second-year man from Eastern Illinois. Used to be Clint Dolezal's job, but he was let go in free agency. Grand Rapids couldn't afford him. He was a great quarterback for them.
He's out playing in Las Vegas right now, having a very good season, too.
Bush near side on the left will go in motion. 2 wides to the right. They got 2 men moving, and that is a penalty against Grand Rapids. That'll push them back. Cannot do that.
Another big mistake, and this penalties have been problems for them all game. Bob Cortez has got to be upset with his team. Can't afford to keep making these mistakes.
Actually, we got to delay a game. Instead, called against Grand Rapids. So half the distance to the goal will put it at the 2.5-yard line. It'll be second down and long for the Rampage.
Well, that definitely works towards the Fury's advantage here. They need a stop, and they need a big stop.
Okay, John Williams is a guy that was burned before. Would love another opportunity. Put Lunsford in the game, actually, as Buich is back. Looking, lobbing one across the middle, up into the air, and it is incomplete pass interference. Doster knocked down Steve Smith, face guarding and knocking him down, and this will be first down and 10 for Grand Rapids.
That's too bad. Doster's actually been playing very, very well the entire game, has kept Smith in check. I think he kind of realized he was burned that time and kind of ran into him and knocked him down.
Well, it's a 10-yard penalty. It denies what may have been a touchdown because Smith got behind him, and he just clubbed him with the left hand as we look at the replay here on the LDMI replay screen at the Palace. And they'll spot the football at the 12. It'll be first down and 10 for Grand Rapids. Clock moving, 1:40 left. Question with the Rampage is if they move the ball, how much time they use. They have 2 timeouts left. The Fury with 2 left.
Well, if they do score here, the Fury will get the ball back with probably less than a minute.
Buich back on first and 10, firing over the middle. Pass is caught by Foreman. Struggles up to the 23-yard line. And that'll be a first down.
My sense is Grand Rapids is probably going to milk this clock and whittle it down as best they can. Leave very little on the clock for the Fury. But doesn't mean anything unless Grand Rapids can't score.
It's just like last week's game. They beat Georgia 42-40. It's eerily similar, and the 1-minute mark has approached. The 1-minute warning. The Fury on top of Grand Rapids 45-42. It's a 3-point lead. And we'll take a break and come back with a finish. You're listening to Detroit Fury football. Back to live action. Buich under center, throws over the middle. The pass is caught by Josh Bush, and a first down, dragging his man down to the 12-yard line. Adrian Lunsford on the stop. 52 seconds left, and Grand Rapids Now inside the red zone.
Munford's really upset with himself. Let his man get open. They picked up a nice game. They're down to the 10-yard line.
Right on the 10, they're going to spot it first and goal for Grand Rapids. The 0-8 Rampage. Last close game they played was at Indiana back on March 26th. They lost that one 45-42 on a late Adrian McPherson touchdown. And now the clock's going to run down. Buich just going to stand next to the referee and wait. And the play clock at 1, and now the game clock at 29, and now they use the timeout. Finger pointing going on. I don't know what this is all about.
Well, Grand Rapids obviously doesn't want to leave any time on the clock for the Fury.
Grand Rapids, second chance timeout.
All right, Grand Rapids uses a timeout here.
This is a 30-second timeout.
45-42 Detroit by 3. Tom Luganville elected not to take a timeout there to get more time put on the clock. A little game of cat and mouse with the two coaches.
Interesting. You know Grand Rapids is going to be going for a touchdown, not only for the win, but just because of the doubtfulness of the kicker being able to get a field goal in here. He hasn't been having a good night.
Save-On Drugstores and the Fury have teamed up to provide you gridiron action so close you may as well be in the huddle. Visit the Fury display at your neighborhood Save-On Drugstore for more details on how you can receive free tickets and sit in the Save-On Save Zone at every Fury home game this season. Save-On Drugs, the official drugstore of the Fury. All right, here we go. First and goal at the 10 for Buich and Grand Rapids. He looks over the middle. He throws. Incomplete. Too high. Intended for Sean Foreman. Ron Carpenter right there on the coverage. 25 seconds left. And the field now, Mike, is shortened for Grand Rapids. Not a lot of room to operate down there.
No, it's going to be kind of tough. Steve Smith was over on the right side there. He had an open man. Didn't look like Buich saw him.
Nail-biting time here at the Palace. What a difference between 5-4 and 4-5 for this Fury team going to the West Coast for the next two. Smith in motion to the left on second and goal. Ball is snapped. Buich, the quarterback, falls down on his behind because he was pushed by Dustin Keith, the nose guard. Question is, was Dustin drawn off or did he encroach? Here's our referee, Bill McCabe.
Encroaching. Number 71 on the defense with contact. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
All right, second down and goal now at the 5 is Keith the guilty party.
It might not be such a bad thing because now they've got even less room to work within. Ironically enough, though, some of the Rampage's best gains this evening has been on the ground, though. They've got to keep their eyes peeled for the running game.
Yeah. The man to watch is Chris Avery, their fine fullback. So difficult in arena ball as a defensive player. You're thinking pass, they sneak that run. Avery very close behind Buich on second and goal. He'll get the carry, he'll run right. He waltzes into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, Grand Rapids.
Waltz is an appropriate term, Matt. There is quite a large hole there on the right side, and he didn't look like he got touched very much.
Second touchdown of the night for Avery with 23 seconds left. Grand Rapids can make it a 4-point cushion here with a made extra point. That is not an easy task when you talk about Scaldaferri. Stefan, their rookie kicker in his first arena game. At least Arena Football 1. He's kicked in the AFL 2. Here we go with a PAT. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. 23 seconds left to go. Grand Rapids 49 and the Fury 45. And we will keep it right here. And now, Michael, you're the analyst. What are we drawing up here?
Well, you got 23 seconds left. You've got a history of pretty good play so far tonight with Andy Kelly and a number of receivers, which actually works to our benefit because it makes Grand Rapids wonder which guy are they going to cover? Which guy is going to be the one that's going to come up with a big play? And Andy Kelly is a veteran. We all know the stats. We all know he's one of the best passers in league history. He's had an excellent night. Hasn't made too many mistakes. Let's just see what happens.
Now, Kelly on the night has thrown for 6 touchdowns. No interceptions, 19 of 34, 274 yards. The Fury have 2 timeouts remaining. Plus, they also brought Carpenter, who can run a kickback.
I was just thinking, it may not mean anything if Carpenter can finally get into the end zone for the first time this season on our kickoff.
He's back deep, end zone to our left. Scaldaferri will boot it right of the right hash mark. Fury down 49-45. So this kickoff is rather large. Scaldaferri, high kick. Deep. Carpenter has it. Here he comes left to the 5. Down at the 10. Man, he has had no room to run all night. Brought down right there by Josh Bush at the 10. 20 seconds left to go. The Fury must go.
That's still plenty of time, though, for Andy Kelly. He's got so many different weapons, and he's been playing excellent tonight.
They must go 40 yards to win this football game.
They've done that on just one play on a couple of occasions.
Yes, they have.
So definitely within reach.
1st and 10. Football actually at the 11. Russell to the left. Hill and Davis to the right. Tabiti one-on-one coverage with Doggett below us. Kelly back. Kelly looks. Kelly throws. And it is intercepted. Intercepted at midfield by Mark Ricks of Grand Rapids. Kelly was pressured. Threw that one away, but threw it to the wrong guy. Ricks, who's been picked on all night, makes the play with 14 seconds left. Grand Rapids can wrap it up. Oh, man.
Wow, Kelly had a couple of different options there. He had Russell. He had David Hill sprinting down the sidelines. Just a bad pass, unfortunately.
He had some pressure, but again, in that situation, just throw it into the stands. And a dejected Tom Luganville, the Fury coach. His hands on his hips right now. Fury with 2 timeouts, and of course in the arena game you can't take a knee. You must try and move forward. Detroit needs some sort of fluky play here. Quarterback keeper. Buich takes a snap, goes forward for a yard. Timeout Detroit. 11 seconds left.
Well, they should only be able to stop it one more time here.
49-45, Grand Rapids by 4. So fans heading to the exits here at the Palace. Detroit really never got into a rhythm offensively tonight. They really just seemed like there were too many possessions where they didn't have it going. Other times it was easy. It was a feast or famine, Michael, all night.
Yeah, they had their chances, Matt, and it seemed like every single time they had an opportunity to kind of put the Rampage away by going up 2 touchdowns or whatnot. Costly error or came up empty on a conversion, and that was it.
Buich takes the snap again, just moves forward, tackled by Easton right at midfield at the 25. Another timeout called by Detroit.
You got to give credit to the Rampage, though. I mean, they played their hearts out tonight. And down earlier on the field, I mean, they didn't look like an 0-8 team. They were really fired up. This win is really important to them, not only because of the first win of the season, but this Fury and Rampage has developed into a little bit of a rivalry over the years. So,
well, that's the last time out for Detroit. So now Fury needs some kind of a miracle. Andy Kelly, his worst throw of the night, his last throw of the night.
This will be Bob Cortez's first victory over the Fury.
And his first of the year.
Yeah, first of the year, too. He was actually head coach of the Oklahoma Wranglers.
Oh, fumbled snap, loose on the deck and covered up. Wow, by Steve Smith on the near side. And now a penalty flag comes in with 5 seconds left.
This may be interesting here. Looks like Grand Rapids, though, will probably still hang on to the ball.
Clock stops here with the flag.
Prior to the snap, the defense contacted the ball. It's a 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
All right, it's on Detroit, so that doesn't matter. A 5-yard penalty on the Fury, and they'll reset the clock to 7 seconds here for another third down for Grand Rapids. Sometimes you just have to almost cheat, do something, and hope you can catch a break at the end of the game. Again, no timeouts for Detroit.
That very may well have been what they tried to do there.
Of course, this is Fury Football tonight on WXDX, Dearborn, Detroit. Buich under center, takes a snap, rolls right, falls down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They stop the clock with 4 seconds left. Why?
Didn't look like the clock moved at all, actually.
The clock stops if you don't move forward in this league. And indeed, they never got... It appeared Buich moved forward. That's what Bob Cortez is arguing.
It looked like he was trying. Forward progress stopped pretty quickly at the line of scrimmage, but it surely wasn't because of lack of effort.
So if the Fury stopped them here, and the clock still has time left, Detroit will get one more crack at it. But again, Grand Rapids can't take a knee. They just have to get positive yardage, or else the clock stops. And in this fourth down situation, Bob Cortese is livid at the officials. He's arguing the game should be over. Now, if you're Grand Rapids here, do you just run your quarterback around until the horn hits and then throw the ball into the stands? That's what I'd do.
Yeah, that's what sounds like to be the smart play to do. And that looks like what they're going to do with receivers lining up wide on the outside.
So the Fury have to somehow get to Buich and force a fumble, because it appears that is what he's going to do. Can't take a knee in this league, or else we would have already been done. All right, so Buich will take the snap. Here he goes. He's running around. He moves right. 2 seconds. 1 second. He'll lob it up into the air, into the stands, and that does it. Bob Cortese's Grand Rapids Rampage come into the Palace and stun the Fury. The final score, 49-45, a big letdown for Detroit after a 2-game win streak. And Mike Sandstrom, thanks for joining us here for half number 2. Congratulations on winning the contest, and hope you had a good time.
Thank you. I had a great time, Matt.
Good stuff. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
Michael Sandstrom joining us up here, and again, final score, Fury fall to Grand Rapids 49-45. We'll head down to the field and do a little post game after this. You're listening to Detroit Fury Football. So that'll do it from here at the Palace of Auburn Hills. The Fury fall 49-45 to Grand Rapids. Again tonight, came down to the very end of the ball game, 20 seconds left, and Andy Kelly picked off by Grand Rapids, and Mark Ricks, who was picked on all night tonight, yet he made the play at the end of the ball game to seal the deal. The Fury fall to 4-5. Next up for them, a Friday night trip to lovely Los Angeles, California. Pre-game show with Fred McLeod at 10 o'clock, and then the call of the game at 10:30 with Freddie Mac over on Sports Radio 1130 at WDFN. I want to thank Jason Miller for helping out Fury PR. Also want to thank Russ McNamara and Chauncey Williamson, everybody associated with the broadcast. My name is Matt Derry, saying so long. Again, the final score here from the Palace, Grand Rapids 49 and the Fury 45. We'll see you.
You've been listening to Detroit Fury Football.
Detroit Fury Football was brought to you by Bell Tire. Nobody comes close, nobody's closer. By your Metro Detroit Ford dealers. Think Ford first. By Save On Drugs. By LDMI Telecommunications, headquartered right here in Detroit. By Big Boy Restaurants. Big Boy makes you say, oh boy. By Yellow Book USA. By Michigan Sports and Spine, the official and exclusive team doctors for the Detroit Fury. By Shields Pizza. And by NovaCare Rehabilitation, the most trusted name in physical therapy.
Detroit Fury Football on the Fury Football Network.
This is Detroit's Real Talk, 1310 WXDX.